Alright, so someone gave me an idea for a video, and I just thought it was a good point. I've never seen anyone do this on YouTube, so I figured, this may end up being a little longer than I want. I try to keep them anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes because people have short attention spans nowadays and can't focus on anything educational. So this is about bug outs and bugging in. We've already covered it's senseless to have multiple bags. That's just a lack of efficiency in your planning. 1 to 2 bags to cover everything is your best bet. But since we're talking about bugging out, let's say riots have happened in Seattle, Portland, Atlanta, Sacramento, all the major metropolitan areas, and you finally made it to wherever your bug out location is. The middle of the desert, the woods, the mountains, wherever you're going. What are you going to do from there? What is your plan? So you've got your axes, you've got your ammo, you've got your water, you've got your food, you've got your machetes, you've got your shelters. How long are you going to be there? Are you going to stay there and hoping the grid comes back up? Which it probably will, based on past experience with natural disasters, but it could be anywhere from 90 days to a year before things get back to running order. Are you going to keep moving? Are you going to settle down for a little bit, see if it cools down? Are you going to head back out? Are you going to go up to Canada? Are you going to go down to Mexico? Are you going to fashion some sort of seafaring vessel, which isn't as hard as people think, and take off to Hawaii or Puerto Rico, or just go Viking, out in the ocean, which, again, it's not as hard as people think. What are you going to do? What are your plans? Do you have enough ammo to hunt? Do you actually believe that hunting is a sustainable food source? Because I have news for you, it's not. Do you have plans to grow food? That's a good idea. You should probably do that, but it's the internet, so I'm sure everyone watching this is an expert and knows everything they're talking about. So feel free to put your comments below. But when it comes to bugging out, you need to have contingency plans and backup plans for backup plans. Perfect example. Riots happen everywhere, or a hurricane or a flood or a forest fire or an earthquake happens. You go way out wherever you're going, okay? Wherever. You're there. Shelters set up, all this. Well, somehow the disaster fallout came to you, whether it be other people who didn't have supplies and just ran. Are you prepared to deal with that? Are you prepared to do negotiations? Do you have bartering materials? Do you have the capability to kill someone if they come to threaten your family and you for what you have? These are things you need to think about. And if you haven't thought about it, you're going off half-cocked and you're going to get yourself killed and everyone around you killed. And if your family is relying on you, they're dumb as a brick too. I'm sure that's going to offend a lot of people. I don't really care. It's the truth. That said, if you're going to bug in, I think I'm going to make that part of this video because we're only at 4 minutes, but 3 minutes, 38 seconds. So if you're going to bug in, let's say you live in a trailer park, or you live in suburbia because you're just one of those type of people who likes the cookie cutter lifestyle, or you live in an apartment complex in the hood. You could live off the side of the interstate anywhere, and just about any of those apartment complexes and trailer complexes are hood as all get out. You're going to talk about shootings and stabbings and rapings and muggings at least on a monthly. Whether you hear about them or not doesn't mean they don't happen. And that's another thing you people need to understand. Just because you don't hear about it on the news, not reading the newspaper, doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I'll tell you for a fact, the crime rate in Atlanta and Jacksonville, Florida are way higher than people think. And that's because the criminals there do things where things aren't reported. They don't find bodies, it's just missing persons. So be aware, this is something you're going to have to deal with bugging in. A Molotov can hit an apartment complex and take the whole thing down overnight. You want to bug in, that's great. Do you have food? Do you have ammo? Do you have barter materials in case one of your neighbors you actually trust comes to your door? Is like, look, man, my kids don't have blankets. I need water. I need food. I need sugar. Are you prepared for this? because that can turn violent really quick. I know from personal experience, when we went down to Somalia, people got crazy real quick when they couldn't get what they needed for their families. And they thought we had it for them. I mean, we were there to help, but it doesn't matter if you're trying to help somebody. When they think that you're blockading or impeding their ability to provide because they're shitty people to begin with who didn't provide in the first place, they'll get violent. They'll try and take what you have. This is a fact. Guns are not going to save you from everything, people. Sorry, I'm a big supporter of them myself. Not really worried about the law. I'm more worried about people's safety and ability to survive. But guns will not solve every problem. I know, oh my God, go figure. You're going to need to learn to de-escalate and talk down confrontations. You're going to need to learn to barter. If you don't know what bartering is, I suggest you start. Whether the dollar collapses or not, some people aren't going to have money, but they may have something you want. Think about it. So when it comes to bugging in and bugging out, you better have multiple plans. Because if you only have one or two plans, I guarantee you, you're going to be some of the ones who just don't come back if the system reboots. You're going to be the ones who were lost in the fray. Collateral damage. That's all I got on this topic. But thank you, Polo and 511s, for this idea. Love you all. Odin bless. Be safe.